Just one little thing for you to be aware of, this role that he used to do, I now do, and that's the chair of all of this stuff. So I actually am responsible for all of this palaver as of the last few months. What Saad wants you to look at is here. We can actually find courses, and there are mandatory courses, lower GI courses. So if you look there, you click mandatory if you want to, and then normally what happens, you can see it up here searching, it's going through the system and it's looking for the available mandatory courses in lower GI. And so it comes across, it tells you where they are and everything. So if you look on there, East Midlands, which is me, find courses and to see if there's anything available. Now what I do is I reserve places, so do some of the other centres, and again it's looking for them. So you can find courses by going onto this system, and this will tell you what's available. So if you look here, that's the available courses in the UK. If your name is on it, it means you've got spaces. The courses at my centre go quicker than any other centre in the UK. As soon as they go on, they've gone. So these are very good centres, doesn't mean anything, but how we run it is that we run it exactly the same as this course. Oh, the cost. This is the cost of the course, £1,050. I don't know what that's in rupees. So I don't know how much you paid for the course. Yeah. So 1/4. So you're paying a quarter of the price for the same course.
Less than 1/4.
And that's what they pay. But as I say to you, that's how we go on here on these. So then you look at the training centres. The only reason that this centre isn't actually down as a JAG training centre affiliated is because it needs to meet JAG standards as a centre. So you need to have audits, you need to have all these things, which they have got, but what they haven't got is separate disinfection room and a separate cleaning room, and then a vacuum area to pass things through. So there are things that it remains deficit in, but this is the only centre that provides these courses outside of the UK that are recognised. They do provide train-the-trainer courses, World Endoscopy Organisation, they do provide train courses where we'll do colon courses elsewhere, but it's not like what you have here. This is a proper course run and been altered to meet your needs here in Pakistan. What happens in our unit is this: trust user admin. So you can actually add someone to the system like I do you. So what will come up here is a list of names. The list of names, the top names are all the trainees, and then there is a demarcation in the middle. The demarcation in the middle is where we've got all the trainers. If you've got 1 against your name, 1 means that you're at the beginning. See, 1. If you've got nothing at the moment, we're just waiting for you, and I can actually, so I'll show you here. So, amend. So when you click amend, what happens is then it gives you the ability then to go into this and say what the person is independent in. So I can come here and say full accreditation. Now if I actually do that, save details, and then I go back to course administration, trust user admin, that's you fully accredited. Now, only a few of us can do that. My password, I can do roughly what I like. These mean that they're at another hospital, Aktari Bents, but I can access that and then adjust it accordingly. All of these guys are coming down here. This guy is an Egyptian. The reason why he's not got any accreditation, he couldn't prove what he said he could do. This is a chap who I said to you, came to me and said, sir, I've done 400 gastroscopies, give me a scope and I will impress. So, as you can see, he remains blank. This guy is the first consultant that we come across on the list. He remains yellow because even though he's been a consultant for 3 years, he's not shown me any accreditation whatsoever. So he still remains on this system unaccredited. 6s means that you're the top of your game. 6s means that you're the top of your game. Okay? I don't fill these ones in, they're filled externally. I can't alter my own. So when we look at other things that we do, so we can go down and we can see all these trainers, etc., that are associated with us. The other thing what it enables us to do is that we can come back and we can look at course feedback, and faculty feedback is the most important thing. So faculty feedback and trainer feedback, you as trainers, you know that form that we've been filling in giving you 1s to 4s? Now online, you do that now, so it's online. Then what you do is that you can go into the electronic system and you can feed back on us. It's anonymous. Well, it's supposed to be, but it's anonymous. And then that anonymity is your guarantee. And then you can go on and feed back on how effective we were on your training. This is overall of all the trainers who teach on the courses that we do. So if I come up here, and then I just pull this one off, and then we go view. So if we look at it, that's from 2008. This is an electronic record from 2008. Greens mean that strongly agree, skilled, etc., etc., and agree. As you can see, they're all yellows and greens. Not a problem. And then you get feedback, etc., etc., etc. So you can have all this type of stuff that you want. It's not a problem. When I'm feeling a bit low, I like to look at it. So if we pull one up just out of interest. So here, TCT, pause, etc., you know, trainer TCT course training. Then we'll go on to another one. So this is recent. This trainer course was only 2 weeks ago. Now, earlier, nothing against you, but Mona said, I'm tired, but I'm enthusiastic. I can go all day. I could actually, give me a scope and I'll scope till tonight, till midnight. But when it comes to teaching and supporting people, I can go all day. So, if we look back to 2008, you can see there they're saying friendly, etc., etc. I'm just waiting for it to come up. Now we're going right back when, 19. So we've got all these different types of feedbacks. So right back at the beginning. Very good, excellent, last year, progress, endoscopic skills, very good. Hasn't changed. My enthusiasm since 2008, 1999, 2000 and 1998, it hasn't changed. So my enthusiasm for you to be good at what you do hasn't changed. Right? So what I want you to do is realise that when you get guys, Vakar, my friend Saad, myself, I wouldn't be with these guys if they didn't have the same enthusiasm. This is independent evidence. I can't tell you who's done it, but I'm telling you that I've got enthusiasm, he has, and he has, Saad has, Saeed Qureshi has. These guys want to share this with you. And what you should be doing is saying, you know, thank you to these guys. They just bring us along to allow me to play. I get happy. Anybody who wants to listen to this fool talk away, then away you go. So, if we look at how that looks, then we look at another guy. Now, this guy, he doesn't mind me showing you this. This guy's done equally as much as what I've done. We started at the same time with the electronic record. I'm going to show you his record. Now, this guy's done as much as I've done. He goes round the world like I do, and all this stuff. So when we look at his record, it'll come up in a few moments. So when we look at his, we see it's not much different. Again, 2008, we both start at the same time. I've seen more, done more. He's got a few other things that come in. Now, that's nothing against this chap at all. He's a brilliant teacher. He is one of my idols when I was younger. But he was also one of my registrars who worked with me years ago, so I'm older than him. The ladies love him. It's his accent. I don't know what it is. Now, this lady is a very good teacher, exceptionally good teacher. And then sometimes what happens is, just to show you that how impartial it is, reds. She's a very good teacher. but she's also can be a little bit. Okay. So, what we can do is bring you back training. We can bring back courses, my faculty courses. That shows you what I'm involved with yet to do. All right, just finished this one. Oh no, that one's to come. So a polyp improvement course. So that's what I'm doing this year at my own centre. So the polyp courses, this tells you what's happening. We don't have many people on it. So all day, these guys are going to be working with myself and Badri. We've got 2 lists each. On this, these guys will do 8 polyps between them. These are big polyps. These are the size of the palm of my hand. One is in the right colon. These guys are going to be working with us doing it. All right? And this is how we do things. If you're going to do a polyp course, we'll pick them according to your practice. I can then look up who you are. Okay? Consultant. I know you're JAG accredited, otherwise I won't be able to do the bloody thing. So I can look at your letter of support, I can look at your hepatitis B status, etc. Full payment. Full payment doesn't guarantee your place on the course. Now this is a wonderful tool to actually enable us to look at who's who. All these courses, NME courses, non-medical endoscopy courses, these could be, they're not nurses doing endoscopy, they could be ODAs, radiographers, anybody with a medical qualification or a clinical qualification that fits in a non-medical criteria can actually be taught endoscopy. There is a massive demand in the UK. I'm involved in the interviews in a couple of weeks' time to find the next cohort that where there is an attrition rate and a demand rate for these people. I'll talk to you later. Train the trainer gastro, train the trainer TCT. So we teach on these courses you guys would not like to do. Because these courses, I am not nice. I am in your face. I am challenging. And that's what it is. And I let you know before it starts, it is a very uncomfortable course. You have come, you may have done 2,000, you may have trainees, but I'm there to make you uncomfortable. And that's what I do. But even the guys who come on our course and we make them uncomfortable, they go away with a positive feeling. That's because you shouldn't leave people with a negative feeling. You should make them feel absolutely positive that they've gone away and got something from the course. The next thing, as you can see, I'm actually logged in. And in the download centre, what we can do is access a lot of resource material. You can now access this material. The reason why he can access it, he's got a GMC number. So the information that you can get, guidance, JAG accreditation, the reports, etc. that have been issued, constitution, a formative DOPS on dilatation, stents. So if we just bring that one up, I know it's, you know, so you get a formative DOPS on it. So you'll see how the DOPS forms have changed. So they've gone from 1, 2, 3, 4. They've gone to, has the patient been consented? Did you need to be supervised? Indication and risk, was it appropriate? Monitoring, sedation, preparation. You can do, come down here, scope handling. Scope handling is this. Pre-procedure is this. Your therapeutic, right selection, diddle it, what you've got there. Not finished. Therapeutic skills, position of wire, all these type of things, you can see, not finished. Therapeutic skills, insertion of self-expanding stent, not finished. Management of the complication, was there one, yes or no? Not finished. Post-procedure, looking at your report writing. And then we come down to finally this bit that we've been talking to you about. How to manage the room and how to manage the staff. And if you run short of why you're doing it, that's that. So to conclude, what we've got is a system that is quite developed, a system that enables us to actually support trainees and trainers, a system that is able to be monitored and audited, and a system that enables us to actually see anywhere in the country who is up to what. And if you applied to us for a job and you were accredited endoscopist, if you're not in this system, then there is a problem. So if you come from Pakistan and you've done 2,000 colons, 1,000 gastroscopies, you've not been through this system, you will go through a period of transition of assessment. And I will work with you for at least a month of every list that you do at my hospital, and that's the same in other places. You're not allowed to work independently, even though you may have been in your own country, until you have been deemed to reach a certain standard, and then you'll be expected to continue at this. Through SAD we offer a clinical fellowship for 1 year with us. Currently we've got a guy there that came with a recommendation. That fellowship will go on for the next 6 months, 7 months. When that's end, then what we will do is continue with the regime that we've got, and the guys come along and then we put you through train the trainer, colon course, OGD course, polyp course, and any of the other courses that you need. So you'll end up going away with at least 6 courses under your belt at the cost to over £5,000, plus you don't get clinical fellowship money, you actually get a junior registrar's money, which is 34,000. Clinical fellowship money in the UK is between £700 and £1,000 a month, and that ends up being about £14,000 a year. We pay 32,000, but it's taxed, and that's Jets. Any questions?